Hi everyone! We're going to begin seated today. So go ahead and find a comfortable position. You can be cross-legged or kneeling. If you'd like to lift your hips a little higher with a prop, a blanket, or a pillow, I welcome you to do that. Let's go ahead and close our eyes, allowing ourselves to arrive into this new moment. And with your eyes closed, begin to take some very long inhales and very long exhales. It's the easiest thing. I'm always amazed that all I have to do is close my eyes and take some deep breaths, and I feel immediately more centered, more myself. So as you inhale, let go of anything that doesn't feel true to you, releasing it. Or rather, maybe you could think about that on the exhale, letting it go. And on the inhale, filling up with who you really are, your deeper truth within, with every deep breath. Couple of more rounds here. And then you can keep your eyes closed unless you'd like to open them to see what I'm going to suggest we do. So go ahead and place your hands on your belly. We're going to do some diaphragmatic breathing. So go ahead and now inhale, expanding your belly on the in-breath. And as you exhale, pulling your belly all the way back in. Belly button moves towards your spine. Inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, release. Filling up. This diaphragmatic breathing allows us to really deepen every inhale. And it really helps us to expel, any staleness that might be present, whether it's in our lungs or other places of our body. It's almost a freshening of the energy. And then we're going to keep doing that with the diaphragmatic breathing, but we're going to bring it up into a full yogic breath here into the chest. So if you'd like, you can place your left hand on your heart. And go ahead now, inhale fully into your belly, bring that breath all the way up into your chest. Exhale, your chest kind of pulls back in, then your belly. It's like a wave-like motion, filling all the way up. And release. You can imagine your hands are just welcoming each breath in gratitude. And if your eyes are open, I recommend closing them now. And behind your closed eyes, lifting your gaze upwards slightly. Almost imagine that you're looking right between your eyebrows and your forehead here. And what you could do now is on the in-breath, when you're at the top of the breath, almost imagine pulling that breath all the way up to the point between your eyebrows here. And just notice how that begins to start to create sort of an upliftment of energy, a sort of opening of your consciousness, your mind. Just feel expansion begin to happen. We'll do 2 more rounds. And then when you're done, you can blink your eyes open, returning to a neutral breath. Take a moment to just take stock of how you feel now. Allow this to be a reminder that this is something you can do throughout your day. while you're sitting at your desk or in your car. You can just take some full yogic breaths in and out. Okay, we're going to begin to warm up our bodies now. So go ahead and extend your left leg out. Your right leg can stay if you're cross-legged. And then you're going to turn your torso out over that left leg. If it's more comfortable, you can bring your knee in more, so your hips are going to be facing more towards your leg as versus open like this, whatever you would like. And then you're going to lengthen tall through the top of your head and just hinge forward, tucking your chin slightly, keeping your back nice and long. Take a full breath, and if you'd like, you can begin to walk yourself down as you exhale. Continue to take deep breaths. Maybe with every exhale, you notice that you have a bit more space available to you to maybe move deeper into the pose. And here you can affirm left and right and all around. Life's harmonies are mine. In Ananda Yoga, we use affirmations with the poses to really help enhance our experience of the pose, our sort of awareness of what's possible. So go ahead and push yourself up. We're going to move to the other side. Left leg comes in, right leg opens. Go ahead, face out over that right leg, lengthen tall, hinge forward. Deep breath in this active point of the pose. One more full breath. And then as you exhale, you can walk yourself down. Continuing to breathe. Left and right and all around. Life's harmonies are mine. Go ahead and walk yourself up. Bend that leg in and actually come right on to your hands and knees for tabletop position here. Hands are hip shoulder width apart, knees are hip width apart, and move right into cat-cow, lifting your tailbone, lifting your heart and gaze. Full breath. And then exhale as you round your spine, dropping your head. Inhale up. Exhale, round forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Pairing the breath with the movement, or movement with the breath. Okay. And come back to tabletop. And now you're going to extend your left leg towards the left arm towards the left corner of the mat and sit your hips down towards the right. Getting a nice stretch in your right shoulder, right side of your rib cage. I apologize, it's the left side, left shoulder, left rib cage. But you may also feel this on the right side of your hip. Come back to center, and then we'll do the other side. Right hand reaches to the right corner of your mat, sit your hips towards the left. Deep breaths here. And then come back to tabletop. We're going to do what's called threading the needle now. So what you'll do is you're going to extend your left arm up for a moment towards the sky. And then you're going to do the threading part, which is just placing, sort of threading your arm behind your right arm, placing it down on the mat. Your shoulder might come down on the mat too. And you're just going to turn your head towards the right here. And you can sit your hips all the way down. Actually, Now keep them lifted. You do want to make sure that they are staying centered so they're not shifting too much in any direction. And then press yourself back up. We'll do the other side. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Thread that behind your left arm, shoulder gets placed down on the mat. Your head can come down too if you'd like. Supporting yourself with your left hand. Nice shoulder stretch here. Push yourself back up. Then from here, go ahead, tuck your toes into your hands about 6 inches forward. Spread your fingers wide. And we're going to get ready to press back into downward dog. So with your toes tucked, go ahead, press into your toes, lift your hips high. Press the mat away, maybe bend one leg, then the other, as we're still warming up our bodies. Okay, and then from here, step your left foot forward. Place your right knee down on the mat. You're going to come to your fingertips here, or if you find that you need more space between your torso and the mat, like your leg is just in the way and you can't quite touch the mat, you might be a candidate for some blocks or books to kind of lift the floor up higher to your hands. So here, we're just going to relax into this stretch, a nice stretch of the hip flexors and psoas on the right leg. Wonderful if you've been sitting a lot the past few days. Oh, take deep breaths here. And then you can go ahead and begin to lengthen your left leg. Your foot might come off the mat and you're just going to fold forward over that leg. Nice hamstring stretch now. Bend that knee, come back into that low lunge. And then straighten, fold forward. Bend once more. Shine your heart up, look up. And then tuck your back toes, lift your knee off of the mat, step your foot back to downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. And then now you're going to step your right foot forward between your hands, dropping your left knee, coming onto your fingertips, shining your heart forward. Allowing yourself to let go of any tensing that's unnecessary. Really relaxing into this. And then bend your left knee to lengthen your right leg, fold forward. And bend again to come back into the lunge. And then straighten, fold forward. And And bend once more. Heart shines up. Gaze up, full breaths. Tuck your left toes, lift that knee, step back into downward dog. Full breath here. And then begin to slowly walk your feet to your hands. Put your hands on your hips, bend your knees, and hinge up. If you feel any dizziness, just tuck your chin, gaze down. Take deep breaths. And when you're ready, go ahead, open your eyes, add a smile to your face. Having arrived now into standing, we're going to begin our standing asanas, our standing poses. So here we are in Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Feet are parallel. You can spread your toes wide. Bring your shoulders up to your ears and just roll them back and down. Let's do that again. One more time. And then you can rock forward, back, side to side. Okay, and we're going to move into our sun salutation flow from here. And we'll begin first with the affirmation. So you can keep your hands by your side or bring them into prayer position, whatever you would like. Gaze up as if you're staring up at the sun shining down upon you as you mentally say, salutations to the sun, to the awakening light within, to the dawning of higher consciousness in all beings. Go ahead, inhale your arms up high. Give yourself a gentle upper back bend. Oh, just pause here for a moment. One more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, fold forward, stepping your left foot back into a high or a low lunge. High lunge, your knee is off of the mat. If you'd like a bit more support, just drop your knee down. You can even relax your toes, whatever you would like. And then from there, add the arms, lift the arms up, and then give yourself a gentle upper back bend. Shining again, as I've been saying, your heart up towards the sky. And salutation to the sun, to the awakening light within. Deep breath here. So you might want to play with coming more onto the ball of your back foot to send your front knee more forward. You can inch your toes more forward if you need to make sure that you're not bending your knee more than 90 degrees. One more deep breath in. Exhale your hands down. Step your right foot back into a high or a high lunge. If you need to place your knees down, feel free. Taking deep breaths here. Pressing your heels back behind you. And then when you're ready, knees come down, bend your elbows straight back, chest and chin come down. Press up into a low cobra or a high cobra. Make sure your elbows are really pulled in towards your rib cage. One more full breath. And then press back through tabletop to downward dog. Hold here. This actually can become a pose of rest within this flow. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, step your left foot forward, coming into a high or low lunge on the other side. When you feel that you have your footing, you can add your arms. Salutations to the sun, to the awakening light within, to the dawning of higher consciousness in all beings. One more deep breath in, hands come down, left foot steps back, high plank. Make sure not to lock your elbows, give a little bend. And then place your knees down, elbows bend straight back, chest and chin come down, cobra. And then press back into downward dog. And then when you're ready, let's see. I think that I might have skipped ahead in our flow, but let's go ahead now and just walk our hands towards our feet. Bend your knees, come on up. Arms come up, and then exhale them down. Pause for a moment. We'll do the other side. Just notice how you feel. And then we'll move right into it. I think we did 1.5 times on the left side. We're going to go into the right side now. Okay, so inhale your arms back up. Shine your heart up. Fold forward. Step your right foot back. High lunge. Come up. And then exhale. Your hands down. High plank. Holding again. And then drop your knees. Chest and chin come down. Rise up. And then press back into downward dog. Take deep breaths here. Staying present in this moment. And then step your right foot forward. Come up. Full breath in, shining your heart up in salutation. And then exhale your hands down. Step both feet together. Drop your head. Place your hands on your hips. Bend your knees. Hinge up. Arms come up with you. And then exhale. Relax them down by your side. Pause here. Lift your gaze, either with your eyes open or closed. Notice, do you feel more awake, more alive? Okay. From here, we're going to move into Warrior Two. So step your feet apart 3 to 4 feet. Open your left foot 90 degrees. Give a bend there. You might need to just play with the distance between your feet. You do want to make sure that if you were to draw a line from your back heel, it would intersect your arch of your right foot. So, entering into this lunge here, making sure that the back straight leg is not hyperextended, so give a little bend there too. And when you're ready, extend your arms open. I always like to just reach forward for a moment and reach back, and then come to center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, flip your palms, gaze out over your left fingertips, or just beyond. And here you can say, I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. You can add some full yogic breaths here, breathing into your belly and then up into your chest. All right, one more deep breath. Go ahead and straighten that leg. Turn your feet parallel, drop your hands. Pause for a moment. We always pause between poses in Ananda Yoga as a way to just really take a moment to just notice the effects of each pose on our experience. Open your eyes, we'll move to the other side. Opening the right foot, bend, giving a nice bend. Arms come back out. Take a deep breath here, flip your palms. I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. I joyfully manifest the power of the universe. I have the good fortune to get to look at a butterfly right now. All right, extend that straight leg, that leg straight, feet parallel, drop your hands, pause. Oh, deep breath in and out. And then rotate your left foot 90 degrees again. This time you can keep your legs straight. We're going to move into Trikonasana triangle pose. You might find it nice to turn your right toes in a little bit, just for just kind of makes the knee feel a bit more comfortable. Inhale your arms wide. Exhale, reach, reach, reach out over that left leg, shifting your hips out towards the right. And then when you're ready, drop that left hand down, right arm comes up. And then go ahead, gaze up if you can. You can look straight down if that makes you feel more balanced, or gaze up at your fingertips. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Go ahead, inhale, let your right arm lift you up. Exhale, feet parallel, pause. Hands come down. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. And then we'll move to the other side. Right leg opens, 90 degrees, legs straight, arms wide. Reach, reach, reach. Out over that right leg, windmill your arms, gaze up. You're allowing yourself to really be supported by your core muscles here. Pressing both feet firmly into the mat really helps to kind of scissor you up a little bit, lifts you up a little. Allowing yourself to not drop down too much into your hips here, or placing too much weight on your right arm, right leg. Energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Oh, energy and joy flood my body cells. Joy descends to me. Inhale up. Exhale, bring your feet back together now, Tadasana, pause. Notice, tune in. Okay, open your eyes now. We're going to come into eagle pose, Garudasana. So shifting weight onto the left foot. Go ahead and cross your right leg over. You might want to just prop your toes there if you'd like extra stability, or you can lift your toes off of the mat. Maybe you can even wrap your toes around your left calf if you have flexibility to do that. And then go ahead and just begin to bend your standing leg, your left knee, keeping your hands on your hips for a moment to check that they're staying somewhat level to the mat. And then when you're ready, you can bring your left arm up, right arm crosses underneath. If this is too much on your shoulders, just give yourself a hug. And then from here, lower down a little bit more, finding a steady place for your gaze. Taking deep breaths into your upper back, space behind your heart. If you're wobbly, that's okay. You're working all those little muscles that help to keep you upright. In the center of life's storms, I stand serene. In the center of life's storms, I stand serene. Maybe lower down a little bit more. And then inhale, straighten your leg, unwind, pause for a moment. Oh, deep breath in. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them, and we'll move to the other side, shifting weight on the right leg now, crossing the left leg over, bending that right knee, checking that your hips are level. And when you feel steady and ready, right arm comes up, left arm crosses under this time. Might be different on this side. You might find, oh, I am far more wobbly on this leg. I'm finding that myself. It's okay. You can modify whatever you need. No expectations of what it should be like. Accept what is without wishing it any different. Deep breaths as you affirm strength, or in the center of life's storms, I stand serene. In the center of life's storms, I stand serene. Okay, deep breath in. You straighten your legs, unwind, exhale. Pause for a moment in standing mountain pose. And then open your eyes. We'll move into tree. Same footing, so left, weight on the left foot. Open the right. You can just prop your heel here, or if you'd like to place your foot on your calf, or with the help of your hand, your inner thigh. Again, check that your hips are level here. Press into that standing leg to lift even higher. And then add the arms, either at heart center, lifting wide to the sky, or in prayer above your head. Here, find a place to land your gaze, maybe place that's slightly upward. And here you can say, I am calm, I am poised, I am calm, and I am poised. If you happen to have a view of a tree, as I do in this moment. It adds a whole nother dimension of stability, of the tree as a model for inner strength. All right, take another deep breath in. Exhale your hands wide. Pause, deep breath. And then we'll do the other side, shifting onto the right leg, opening the left. Again, you might find this side is different. Approaching that with acceptance and grace. And then add the arms when you feel ready. Really press into that standing leg. You can also try to really press your foot into your leg and your leg into your foot. Lift up tall. I am calm. I am poised. I am calm. And I am poised. Okay, inhale, your arms wide and down. One last Tadasana here, pause. Full inhale, and release. Let's come down into child's pose for a moment onto the mat. Sitting your hips back onto your heels if they reach. If not, you are always welcome to place a pillow or a blanket on top of your heels. It can actually be quite nice, a more restorative version of this pose. And then just relax down, forehead to the mat. Here you can silently say, I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. I relax from outer involvement into my inner haven of peace. These affirmations are not limited to these poses. You can use them any time of day. I find, especially on days that feel stressful or hard, I find that I reach for many affirmations throughout the day to help keep me in a more uplifted and centered place. Okay, on your next exhale, begin to walk yourself up. We're actually going to move now onto our bellies, so if you'd like to just roll right into that from child's pose, you can. So from here, come on down. You can turn your head to one side, relax your arms by your side for a moment, just enjoying the support of gravity. And then we're going to move into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. So place your elbows by your rib cage, palms down. And then from here, you're going to lift your head and torso, and you're going to really sort of press. You're almost going to traction your elbows and your hands towards your hips to really send your heart forward. Here, you can point your toes if you'd like. You can really, this doesn't look like much, but if you really are intentional about it, you can actually feel a lot of opening in your upper abdomen and your heart center, your sternum there, and also a sort of stretch in your sort of mid-back. Okay, deep breath here as you affirm, I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. I rise joyfully to meet each new opportunity. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, release down. You can turn your head to the other side if you'd like. Whew. Deep breath in and out. Land here. And then we're going to move into locust pose. So what you'll do is you'll turn your forehead towards the mat, palms down. And you're going to now press your hips into the mat to allow yourself to lift your head and shoulders, feet and legs off of the mat like you're flying. Reaching back behind you, pointing your toes. If you'd like, you can bring your arms out to the side or above your head. I soar upward on wings of joy. I soar upward on wings of joy. All right. Lift a little higher and release back down. If you'd like, you can just sort of windshield wiper your legs to kind of release your lower back. Pause here. Take this moment as an opportunity to, again, become aware of your experience, to be present in this moment. And then we're going to move into bow pose. You could do locust again if you'd like, or bend your knees, reach for your ankles, enter the same way, press into your hips, let your legs push up and back to pull your torso up. I recall my scattered forces to recharge my spine. I recall my scattered forces to recharge my spine. Lift up a little higher. Exhale, release. From here, press back right into child's pose. You could have it be a wide-legged child's pose if you'd like to bring your knees to the edge of the mat. Sit all the way back. And walk yourself back up. From here, we'll move into hare pose. So from this kneeling position, you're going to reach your hands back behind you, palms down. Grasp your heels. You might need to open your knees a little bit. Grasp your heels. Then you're going to tuck your chin as you begin to fold forward, rounding your upper back, placing the top part of your head on the mat very lightly. So there's not much weight here. You're really pressing into your calves, and your arms are like tension wires here. Deep breaths into your upper back. And here you can say, I am master of my energy. I am master of myself. I am master of my energy. I am master of myself. To exit, lift your head, sit back onto your heels. You can just pause here in Vajrasana, palms up for a moment. And then from here, shift your yourself over to extend your legs out in front. All right, from here we're going to move into Paschimottanasana. So lengthen yourself tall here. You might want to lift your hips if you know you have tight hamstrings, so place a pillow or a blanket under your hips. And then from here, go ahead, hinge forward, tuck your chin slightly, deep breath in, and then begin to slowly release all the way down, reaching for your calves, your ankles, maybe your feet. I am safe. I am sound. All good things come to me. They bring me peace. And walk yourself back up, pausing just for a brief moment in time. Deep breath in. And here we're going to come into half pigeon pose. And I'm going to lead us to enter it from tabletop position, so come onto your hands and knees. If you know how to enter it from downward dog, you're welcome to do that. And so what you're going to do is you're going to bring your left knee towards your left wrist, placing it down on the mat, a nice bend there, and you're going to just lengthen your right leg back straight behind you. Okay, so, I'll show you on the other side. So you can have the bend of your knee be a very small angle, or you can open it wider if you have flexibility to do that. Just do what's right for your body. There's no need to try to overexert here. All right, and so from here, go ahead, maybe come on to the tips of your fingers, or not, feel what's right. Oh, and you can just begin to just feel a nice stretch here from your hips up into your psoas muscles, into your abdominals. Again, shining your heart up. And here you can affirm, I rise above all thoughts of past and future into the eternal now. You can stay here. If you know that you like to walk yourself all the way down, you can do that too. I rise above all thoughts of past and future into the eternal now. Okay, begin to walk yourself up. If you fold it forward, take one more deep breath in. And then you're going to come back into tabletop position and sit back into child's pose for a moment. And then come back onto your hands and knees. You'll do the right side now. Bringing your right knee towards your right wrist. Nice generous bend there, extending the left leg back. You can stay here with your heart shining forward. As you say, I rise above all thoughts of past and future into the eternal now. Again, if you'd like to fold forward, you're welcome to. ahead and walk yourself back up. Come back into tabletop to push back into downward dog, into child's pose. And then walk yourself up. We're going to now come onto our backs. So however you would like to get there. There's a little bug on my mat I don't want to squish. Okay, so on our backs, we're going to come into a nice spinal twist. So from here, extend your arms wide. Go ahead and bend your left foot on the mat, left knee, foot on the mat. Press into that foot to shift your hips towards the left a little bit. And then cross that left leg over the right. Try to see if you can keep your left shoulder pinned to the mat. Gaze out over that left arm. Take deep breaths. You can say, I open to the flow of life force within me. I open to the flow of life force within me. Another full breath. And release back to center. Shift hips to the center as well. You can pause for a moment, legs extended. And then we'll move to the other side. Right foot bends, right leg bends, foot on the mat, shift hips to the right, cross that right leg over. Right shoulder stays on the mat, turn your gaze towards the right. I open to the flow of life force within me. And then come back to center. And relax your arms down by your side. Pause for a moment. And we're going to move now into bridge pose. So bridge pose is really nice to do with a blanket. I don't happen to have one, but it's really nice to place a blanket under your shoulders, just to provide some extra cushioning and space for your head to sort of drop back, and it puts less pressure on the neck. It's okay to do without if you don't have one like me. Just be extra careful. And so what we'll do is bend your knees, placing your feet flat on the mat. When you feel ready, you're going to tuck your tailbone, press into your feet to lift your hips up. And then you'll gently, slowly walk your shoulders underneath you to interlace your fingers. Press your hips up, a nice back bend here. Okay, and here you can say, I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. I offer every thought as a bridge to divine grace. Deep breaths here. And then slowly release yourself down vertebrae by vertebrae. Extend your legs long. Notice how you feel after that pose. And then we're going to do one more asana, one more pose, Matsyasana, fish pose. So from here, you're going to place your hands underneath your hips, creating a diamond shape with your elbows. Point your toes, and then when you're ready, press into your elbows to lift your heart up. Drop your head back, the top of your head. My hair is in the way. But you're going to drop your head all the way back. Oh, shining your heart up. You're not putting much weight on your head at all. Really press into your forearms here. And you can say, my soul floats on waves of cosmic light. My soul floats on waves of cosmic light. Release, press into your elbows, tuck your chin, release all the way down. Pull your arms out from under you, relax them by your side. Deep breath in and release. You have now arrived in Shavasana, our final resting pose. And so in Shavasana, do what you need to do to feel really comfortable here. Whatever you need to release any final tension that's lingering. You want to be able to relax deeply and fully. And as you begin to settle in here, you can make it an active Shavasana by staying present to your experience. You can still lift your gaze upward behind your closed eyes and just notice what happens when you do that. If you do a scan of your body from your toes up, just notice, if there's any place that still feels like there might be some stuck energy. You can give that place a squeeze, tense, and release. Or you can imagine taking a deep breath and sending the breath right there. Just do a full check. And then begin to release your tension on your body and settle in. And I will share the affirmation for this pose, which you can say silently with me. Bones, muscles, movement. I surrender now. Anxiety, elation, depression, churning thoughts, all these I give into the hands of peace. Bones, muscles, movement, I surrender now. Anxiety, elation, depression, churning thoughts, all these I give into the hands of peace. From here, begin to bring your attention back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepen your inhales and exhales. You can begin to bring your knees towards your chest and roll to one side. Pressing yourself upright into a seated position. Staying very centered in this moment, in this experience. I encourage you to see how long you can carry this feeling that you have now, whether it's one of quiet, of stillness, of calmness. Can you carry that into the rest of your day or evening? May it be the background to every thought, every word, every movement and action. And never forget, always remember that this practice can help you achieve this touching in to your deeper self. I wish for you a wonderful rest of your day and evening. Namaste.